A same-sex couple in Texas claims that they were kicked out of a cab for kissing. Travis Player and his partner, Andres Orozco, say that a yellow cab driver kicked them out of his cab after they started kissing in the back seat. Quote, "We gave each other a kiss and he told us to get out of the car," Player said. "We thought he was joking until he actually pulled over. The man just turns back to us and tells us he doesn't give gay people rides, and he proceeds to tell us we're going to hell for being gay." They were let out several blocks away from their destination. They were forced to walk. And Noel Freeman he's an LGBT, kind of like a community advocate in Texas, said, quote, "The sad reality is that this is completely legal." He's heard 4 similar stories in the last 6 months. There are no laws in the state of Texas that protect people from discrimination in public accommodations like cabs. So someone can be kicked out of a cab because they're gay, black, because they're a woman. This is so important, Lewis, not specifically because of this issue of one couple being kicked out of one cab, which of course is insanely horrible, but because as we continue to move towards marriage equality, which is clearly happening faster than many of us even imagined as recently as a few years ago, and we've talked about that, you can still be fired for being gay in many states. You can still be refused service for being gay in many states and for other reasons, as we saw here, because in some states, sexual orientation is not a protected class when it comes to employment discrimination. In other states, as in Texas, public accommodations discrimination can include more than just sexual orientation. So the number one priority is to get beyond this issue of LGBT at all. Who cares? People are living their lives. Let's focus on income inequality. Let's focus on the climate. Let's focus on the environment, space exploration, technology, medicine. Who cares, right? That's the broad goal. But at the micro, we need to not forget, Lewis, that as we proceed forward with marriage equality, that there's so many other types so many areas in which there still is LGBT discrimination.
Plenty of areas, but those laws, those protections will catch up as we have, marriage becoming more ubiquitous. Eventually, it will be in all 50 states, and just by default, the rest of those laws and protections will have to catch up with us.
Did you know about this law in Texas?
I did not, but I guess I would have assumed that this type of thing was legal in Texas.
Have you observed? Now, yeah, you're in Austin, Texas, which is probably the primary place that would be an exception to the rule in terms of what you would expect to see. And then second to that would be urban areas in general, right? So you're in the furthest place probably in Texas from where you would see this, but have you seen types of discrimination that felt different than what you experienced in the Northeast?
Yeah, I had someone walk up to me while I was working the door at the bar and just start talking about how he saw gay people and that in Houston, they stay away from gay people. And, it wasn't violent speech or anything like that, but I was just kind of like, whoa, okay. I mean, it's like the first thing he said to me, not like, "Hi, how you doing?"
So this is a guy you didn't know, walks up to you outside of the bar and just immediately goes into complaining that he's seeing gay people in Austin and that's distasteful to him.
Yes, basically. Right.
Wow. How did you react?
I was just like, oh, all right. I'm like, I guess things are a little different in Houston. And, there are gay bars all over the place in Austin. But, yeah, Austin is very liberal. So I'm sure if I were in Dallas or Houston or more rural areas, I would be experiencing a lot more of that.
Yeah, I think that that would probably be the case. And I hope you're right that the laws as far as labor discrimination will closely follow behind those that have to do with marriage discrimination.